Hello everybody, welcome back to World of Tanks Xbox Edition. I am NitePHX. Today we're taking out the PZ.Kpfw, the Ram Panzer. The map is Sand River, Standard Battle. We are top tier, which is actually a nice change. We're currently grinding for the points for the American Dream Machine. And when I'm top tier, probably like most of you, I do pretty good. This tank does seem to get into an awful lot of tier 7 games. And I don't mind so much being in tier 7 games in a tier 5 vehicle. This isn't really the ideal vehicle for it. I have met so many tier 7 T29s in this last couple of days. It's just crazy. I don't mind finding Tigers. I can penetrate them with some premium ammo. But these platoons, 4-man platoons, 5-man platoons of T29s, it's kind of like, oh, come on. Oh, I'm up to 270 points right now, so I'm making progress. You know, when I'm top tier, 5 points, 3 points, that's a realistic expectation. When I'm bottom tier, tier 7 games, I'm going to say 50% of the time I can pull 1 point out of it. I mean, I know my limitations. That's why I'm playing tier 5. I know that there's no way I'm going to get 1,000 points playing tier 10 games. Alright, real quick, what do you think is going to happen with my next shot? It's going to bounce on the tier 3. Sweet. Oh, yeah, and that's why I'm also carrying 30 premium rounds in this tank. I want to say, gosh, 60% of the time you're going to be in tier 7 games. I don't know if it's the tank or just the luck of the draw this weekend, but I'm really kind of over it. I was carrying 20 rounds. I put another 10 in here. Oh, you know, another thing I noticed or found out last week about the Ram Panzer, it actually has pretty good gun depression over the side of the tank. Front of the tank is horrible. But so it's one of those tanks where if you want to get your gun depressed, you have to actually give this enemy the side of your tank. You know, you'd almost think, I mean, common sense for me anyway, like kind of a common sense kind of guy, say, okay, we're making a tank, but we can't really give it gun depression over the front, but we can over the side. So why not take one side? We don't have to do both sides. Let's take one side and give it some armor. That'd sound pretty cool, wouldn't it? And then you just tell the tank crew, hey, when you're approaching the enemy, you need gun depression. You approach so that your, well, let's call it your passenger side, is towards the enemy, because that's where we put the armor. Not saying this is a wargaming thing. I mean, as for all I know, this could have been a real tank at some point, but whoever developed this tank may have thought that at some time. That's why I'm not in politics. I have just a little bit too much common sense. I'm pretty sure if you file your paperwork to become a politician, it automatically disqualifies you. Alright, anyway, so we're just kind of running around Sand River here. We do hear our siren going off, so that means somebody is in our base. Yeah, I look at the maps. Yeah, we got a tank or two back there. They could probably handle it, but you know how many times I've said that and we've got capped out? Yeah, you guys all know what I'm talking about. So, here I am, back at our base. And to be honest with you, it looks like it's probably going to be a slightly better position than where I just was. As again, I was there by myself. I am kind of a loner. I kind of like being by myself. Not so much in World of Tanks though. Now, when I originally went north here, I looked on the map and I saw, oh, I got some tank destroyers, some heavies sitting up on the ridge. Okay, that they're not going to leave our base area. Why not sit up in the ridge and shoot the guys I'm lighting up? Well, let's see, how many detection ribbons do I have, or assisted damage ribbons do I have? I got 3 detections, and I believe that's a total of, yeah, 0. 0 assists so far. Kind of weird, for some strange reason I seem to be finding myself ranting. So we're just over 4 minutes into the game. I've pretty much done nothing. I did light up a few enemy, took a few shots. We've got 4 tanks left. The enemy team isn't faring all that much better, but it's one of those maps. I mean, it's Sand River. Come on, there are sand dunes, there are dips, there are mountains, there are hills, there are valleys, there are peaks, there are ridges. Yet somehow, 4.5 minutes into the game, how was that? Yeah, simple math, 12 of our guys are dead. And I'm probably not too far behind the rest of them, so T14 from the front, we definitely do switch to some premium ammo. I might bounce a shot or two from this guy if I can keep close enough. Problem is he's got a friend. Well, he's got two friends actually. But that's okay, this is where I shine the best. So if I was a hipster, I'd be like, come at me, bro. You want some of this? Oh, and for those of you who may already be dead and are watching this video, you see that Wolverine? He's behind. It's called a sand dune. It provides the majority of his tank with cover, makes it a much smaller target, which makes him harder to hit. I am using a dip. DIP dip. This exposes much less of my tank and makes me a smaller target. That's a real good place to put that, wasn't it? Well, I took the shot. I started to back up, but I just wasn't quick enough to get out of his shot. Plus, he'd shot me, I don't know, several times before, and they all bounced. Well, most of them did. So anyway, the Ram Panzer is capable of bouncing some shots. Wolverines to the turret, I guess not. I'll have to go back in and see what my armor is. Not that it matters at this point. It's as I always like there are those tanks in the games that have like 500 millimeters of hull armor and 10 millimeters of turret armor. It's like, huh? You never hear anybody say, well, hide your turret. I don't know how that's supposed to work. Oh, and then the good old T-67. Pretty good tank, except for the turret. I mean, you can see it's open. There's no armor there. The idea is just not get shot. The biggest problem with this tank is the 18 degrees of turret rotation. It's fast enough and quick enough to circle strafe enemy, but you can't keep the gun on him because you can't turn the turret. But once you're lined up and you have your shot, it can do some damage. Mission accomplished. So another victory. Not a great game, not a bad game. 3 kills. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we did lose some silver. So we did have to switch premium when we were fighting that T14 head-on. 1224 damage. Yeah, right. But surprisingly, we did block 1360. We did get 3 more points here, and we do have a Mark of Excellence now on it, so that's an accomplishment. Oh yeah, and I was killed by Rondo Yomada. Wonder what his mom thinks about his gamer tag. Alright, so we'll just scroll through the tanks here for those of you who are interested, and that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and click that like button. Any comments, questions, leave them in the comments section below. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. You'll get notification from YouTube when I post new videos. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.